Hey everybody, Alex Kozora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some breaking news, and it is a doozy. Pittsburgh Steelers have traded quarterback Kenny Pickett to the Philadelphia Eagles. On screen right now is the compensation. There's a pick swap involved, a pair of future 7th-round picks in next year's draft. That's 2025, not upcoming in 2024. Pittsburgh also moving up a bit in the 2024 NFL draft. Let's talk about it. And oh boy, is there a lot to talk about here. A little bit later on the video, Dave and I were recording the podcast, and you will hear our live reaction to Pickett getting traded on the podcast. And it is not a graceful reaction from either of us, just trying to soak in the news, as I'm sure you guys are as well. So obviously, Russell Wilson will become the starting quarterback for this team. To me, that was implicitly said when they signed the guy, and you hear the language from people at the press conference today. You hear the full court press that Pittsburgh put on to go sign him. You hear Patrick Queen talk about, if Russ is Russ, then we're good to go. It's going to be a dangerous team. You got Hayward, Watt, Fitzpatrick, all trying to recruit this guy. Says a lot about his standing, and Pittsburgh may have tried to frame this as a competition, but Wilson was going to be the guy, barring something dramatic happening during the summer. So that has now all been confirmed. My thought is, Omar Khan didn't even pick Kenny Pickett, and regardless of who selected him, obviously Tomlin, part of that process, Tomlin's still here now. When you make a mistake in the draft, and especially a quarterback, the quicker you can admit that mistake and move on, the better you'll be. Throwing kind of good money after bad and this sunk cost fallacy doesn't work. I think about the Cardinals when they drafted Josh Rosen in the first round. What was he, top 10 type of guy? And a year later, I think it was, they traded him. And that hurts this organization. It's a bad look. But you admit your mistake, and you get Kyler Murray, and you get better because of it. Now, Murray is not maybe the elite guy they thought he would be, but he's better than Josh Rosen. And so the point being is, you make a mistake, you move on, and you fix it rather than hanging on. And again, Wilson, assuming he was going to start 2024, the Pickett era had essentially closed because, you weren't going to be able to evaluate him. You would decline his fifth-year option. The writing was really on the wall. So, get what you can get for him and admit your mistake, move on, and just kind of undo that mistake that was made in 2022. Again, not pinning this on Omar Khan, not his responsibility, not his draft pick. Makes it easier to confidently trade him. Now, the speculation about why this happened, reporting from Jerry Dulac that he wasn't handling the Wilson signing well, Pickett was, or was not handling it well. Adam Schefter wording in his tweet that basically was suggesting that Pickett wanted to move on, was asking the team to trade him, and Pittsburgh's whole mantra is volunteers, not hostages. If you want out, you will get your wish, and that happened potentially, seemingly, with Deontay Johnson, now Kenny Pickett, other examples of that over the years. So that's fine, because again, you can find a backup equivalent. They're going to sign probably sign a veteran. The Fields talk will come up again, and that's all can of worms. I'm not even going to go down right now as I try to slow myself down and slow my thoughts down reacting to all of this. So, will they get a Ryan Tannehill, somebody like that? We're kind of in that conversation we were before finding out that Wilson was going to come to Pittsburgh about, who's that veteran type of guy. Fewer options out there. Rudolph is now in Tennessee, although has that contract officially been signed yet? And would he change his mind? I don't know. It's unpredictable. Probably not, but we'll see. I think Tannehill makes the most amount of sense right now, but the Fields talk will drum back up, which is fun to go down again, but things to talk about later. But bottom line is Kenny Pickett just was not your guy, not your franchise player. History, I think his first 2 years of that lack of production really showed that history says you're not going to turn that around from that kind of a meager of a start. Is it all on him? No, you got, new offensive line that was being reworked in Canada and all the other issues that we've litigated out before. But Pickett was not going to become a top 10 quarterback, which is what you need to compete for a championship. That's just the bottom line. And so you move on from him. No problem with that overall. The sooner the better when you realize the guy that you thought was the guy is no longer the guy. So that's my thoughts on things off the top. Other thought is 2025. I know the discussion is the here and now, but what do you have for 2025? Nobody under contract currently. They'll get somebody. They'll get a veteran in there on probably a multi-year deal. But what is the future of the quarterback position? You go back to that. And right now, there is no answer. Now, again, you're focused on the here and now, but especially with quarterback, there's always a long-term view of what are we doing in that position because it is so important, the most important position in all of sports. And there is no answer, literally no answer to that right now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But that is the news. Kenny Pickett to the other side of the state, back closer to home, a Jersey kid who went to Pitt, drafted by Pittsburgh, now going to Philadelphia, and to be the backup for Jalen Hurts. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I know you guys have a ton of thoughts. We'll have more reaction, more coverage. Please like this video. Would really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the site, SteelersDepot.com. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.